Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. This video will discuss ESTA, or the Electronic System for Travel Authorization, and the Visa Waiver Program. To be clear, we're not discussing waivers of inadmissibility, so-called I-601 waivers. That is discussed in another video on this channel. I recommend those who are interested in inadmissibility issues and waivers thereof, check out that video to see the information on those matters. What we're talking about with this video is the so-called Visa Waiver Program. The United States has sort of bilateral relationships with certain countries around the world, and based on the preponderantly good relations, obviously, with those countries, said countries are on the so-called Visa Waiver Program. And what that means is the individuals from those countries, or passport holders from those countries, can theoretically enter the United States without the need of obtaining a visa beforehand, a visa proper. It's very, very similar for those in a Thai context to the so-called Thai visa exemption stamp. Anybody entering most passport holders entering Thailand will obtain a 30-day stamp on arrival without much fuss, especially if it's one's first or second trip to Thailand. A 30-day stamp is fairly easily gotten. The United States has this program, and in the past it literally was exactly that. One just sort of got on let's say someone was from Britain, they would get on a plane, travel to the United States. U.S. Customs and Border Protection would, basically inspect that individual, and provided there was no reason to turn that individual away, would go ahead and just stamp them in the United States. Their visa waived, they can come in. This changed rather fundamentally under the Bush administration, George W. Bush, not H.W. Bush. And under the Bush administration, basically the Electronic System for Travel Authorization was created. This has sort of colloquially been referred to as the backdoor visa, because essentially it in a sense, kind of created an end run around the visa waiver process, because an individual going to the United States, even those who were on the visa waiver list, would have to go ahead and go through an online system called the ESTA, Electronic System for Travel Authorization, and be pre-authorized to go into the United States. After entering certain information, biographical, passport, and otherwise, it was essentially it came about as a result, sort of in the aftermath of 9/11, and after the creation of Homeland Security. Basically, an extra sort of layer of pre-vetting was determined that was a good idea, and basically it resulted in ESTA being created. It's sort of called the backdoor visa because, in a way, these folks that supposedly don't have to get a visa still kind of have to be pre-approved. It's kind of an online visa. There's another video on this channel about e-visas here in Thailand and the discussion thereof. And it should be noted, ESTA isn't a visa specifically, but it's very similar to a visa. Why was it created? Well, most notably, I think from an enforcement standpoint with respect to those who had previous grounds of inadmissibility against them. So let's say somebody had gone, again, from the UK, in the Visa Waiver Program, everything's fine. They go over to the United States and overstay by 6 months and then leave. It might not be possible, especially in the paper age, it might not be particularly easy for a Customs and Border Protection officer to know if that person had overstayed, especially if they got a new passport, etc. ESTA computerized a lot of the functions and basically allowed, again, it's just a pre-approval process, but if one has prior inadmissibility issues and one goes into the ESTA system, it's going to come up, and people are going to go ahead and see that, okay, I can't go into the United States. So in a way, it's something akin to sort of an e-visa. As of the time of this video, Thailand is not a member of the Visa Waiver Program, and so this really doesn't apply, strictly speaking, to Thailand. I just kind of wanted to bring it up because third country nationals over here in Thailand can oftentimes get in the United States. In fact, last year I had two who were nationals of countries, two individuals who were nationals of countries that were in the Visa Waiver Program, But when they went and checked in with ESTA, they found a previous inadmissibility, or there were issues surrounding the presumption of abandonment of residence and some things like this. All of this is going to probably pretty well come up on an ESTA screening. So again, in a way, it's actually kind of a blessing in disguise, because CBP has that information pretty well at their fingertips now at the port of entry in the United States. So ESTA at least gives one a warning that, oh, this is going to be an issue, or you can't even get on the plane. You have to go seek a proper visa rather than utilizing the visa waiver program. So it can save time and money and resources and frustration. But in a way, again, it's not really a visa program. But it is in many ways similar to a visa. But it's a pre-authorization before traveling to the U.S.